All right, Shalom.
Shalom.
All right, we're the brothers from Great Millstone, Atlanta, coming at you with another another epistle through the spirit and power of Yahweh Shema Shai. First and foremost, we want to give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son,
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders of Great Millstone, and peace, love, and salutation to all you Akim out there that's pushing this truth and true sincerity. And like we said, coming back at you with another epistle. This time, adds more prophecy, man. And we're just gonna go from this article from shithitsthefan.com, and they talk a lot about recession and what to do in an emergency. All right, but they don't have the spirit. But you can kind of filter these things out to the scriptures. And the title of this lesson is called 40 Million Americans Already Don't Have Enough Food to Eat. And here is why it will soon get a lot worse. So this is from Michael Snyder on October 15, 2019. It says, the things that I am going to share with you in the article are definitely very alarming. But if you live in a wealthy neighborhood and are surrounded by other wealthy individuals that never have to worry about missing a meal, then some of the numbers in this article may not ring true to you. Today, the gap between the wealthy and the poor in the United States is larger than ever, and many wealthy Americans don't have too much sympathy for the struggles that other people are going through. But the truth is that most Americans are currently living paycheck to paycheck, and when you are living right on the edge financially, there are times when it can be really tough to afford the basic necessities. If you have never had to miss a meal involuntarily, good for you. Unfortunately, there are millions upon millions of Americans for which hunger is a very real problem.
That was an important paragraph that brother just read. Especially at the end. He said if you haven't had to miss a meal voluntarily, then kudos to you. Meaning, people are not voluntarily missing a meal. They ain't like, well, you know what, I ate, stuffed, or they got a fast, or any type of thing that makes you like not eager to want to just eat that day because you're lacking food per se. Then it's good. A lot of people out here, millions of people, are without food.
Yeah, and
it's amongst our people.
Yeah, it's amongst our people, and just like the scriptures say in Deuteronomy 30:7, that all these curses that fall upon us is going to fall upon our enemies. So a lot of so-called white people, the Edomites and these other nations that are here as well, they're falling in that paycheck to paycheck struggle because, these other nations come here and set up shop and, they open up these businesses. But come to find out, man, America isn't as great as they thought it was, man. And then you got these heathens that work at Walmart, these heathens that work at the gas station, these heathens that work at these low-paying jobs that the Mexicans would be working.
Right.
Now they can't afford the basic necessities and they can't send money back home. So it says the article is 40 million Americans. So that's got to be more than just Jake. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
It's affecting you so-called white people as well.
Yep.
Let me continue on.
Okay.
It says, if you had to guess, what would you say if someone asked you how many Americans struggle with food insecurity each year? According to a CBS News article that was published a few months ago, roughly 40 million people struggle with not having enough food to eat. And then you can also think too, man, these food prices are going up. Like a gallon of milk, a big jug of milk, which we don't suggest getting milk. We suggest that you get almond milk or
even make your own milk.
Yeah, make nut milk.
Yep.
Don't get soy milk. Okay, almond milk,
soy
nut milk
is especially bad for you.
Yeah, it's especially bad for you.
But take away your testosterone.
Yeah, you start growing man boobs and shit like that. But basically, basically verbatim, if you get a jug of milk, it's like $4 now. Okay, when about 20 years ago, it's probably $2. So eggs are going up, the produce is going up. If you go to Kroger and get a pack of chicken, man, it's damn near $12 now, man.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
It is.
So you
chicken
got
wings.
you got yeah, chicken wings. You get
Chicken
the
wings
thigh.
like $10, $11.
Yeah.
But plus tax, like you said, $12, $13.
The goddamn thighs are $12, man.
Right.
And you got a family of two and your woman.
And
That's 4 people eating.
Yeah, and it's constantly bringing out too about steroids in the chicken and stuff like that. How bad it is. They would at least show a little sympathy for it.
But food recalls.
Yeah, but it's bigger than what we see about the food, about how they bringing out news about the health benefits of the food and stuff like that. It's all about who's running this show, and that's Esau, the so-called white man. Go ahead. Look.
It says the U.S. economy is enjoying nearly a decade of expansion since the Great Recession, yet food insecurity, a lack of money or resources to secure enough to eat, still grips almost 1 in 8 Americans. Though roughly 40 million people, while slowly improving. Now, America, was it 300 million Americans live here?
Yeah.
So out of 300 million Americans, 40 million people are struggling to eat. And this is supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave.
40 million.
Yeah. It's supposed to be the land of the free and the home of the brave, man. It says that roughly 40 million people, while slowly improving, that figure remains stubbornly higher than before the recession, when more than 1 in 10 U.S. residents had difficulty knowing when and how they might eat next. According to the data from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, it says hungry people live in every country in America, according to the latest annual research from nonprofit relief organization Feeding America.
All right, the soup lines, the food department, like down here, you can go to Atlanta food
bank.
Food bank.
Yeah.
And most of those foods are almost outdated. Or some of them are outdated.
Yeah.
You can get to a whole bulk of foods, like as you will have money to go in Costco's. You can go in and do the same thing to Atlanta Bank, but that food is perishable, and it's damn near at the perishable death line, and it's no good for you. But they got it cheap now for you to get. So people are like, well, shit, we gonna die from eating it. Nah, over time you will die. Go ahead.
It's still, man, because I was in the world and I had a situation where I had roommates and they was always going to the food bank. And I noticed that the bread, man, that shit was getting goddamn moldy, man.
Right. Or some of them may be moldy.
Yeah.
They just snuck in some type of way from just dealing, or didn't really examine the food per se. Some of the food just covered up. You can see the date, but they still got it there at that facility saying that it's okay to eat, because they are the professionals that comb through whatever item that comes through that type of organization.
Yeah. And it's only going to get worse, man, because it's going to get to a point where people in America will be going to dig in trash cans. It doesn't look fashionable. You might see a bum in your local city.
What do you see the mayor or the governor digging in the trash can?
Yeah, it's going to come to that.
Yeah. You're going to have governors, athletes that stay down here, this famous people digging in trash cans. If not, they right now they on the corner probably for crack or something like that, 1950 celebrities or something like that. But at the same time, on a major scale, freshly new money celebrities digging in trash cans.
your favorite rapper.
Right.
So continuing on, it says it compiled federal and other data for 2017. Its ninth year examining the issue for a report called Map the Meal Gap. Feeding America serves 4 billion meals each year for 1 in 8 Americans through 200 food banks and 60,000 meal programs and pantries. So continuing on, it says we should be incredibly thankful for Feeding America and its vast network of food banks and pantries. But what happens when the need for food dramatically escalates and the food banks start running empty?
Right. Because these foods ain't really beneficial for our bodies anyway in the first place. You got MREs, they're going to be serving. So it's all storing up to the New World Order, where the rations are going to be only in the hands of the government. Only in the hands of the government. Then, starvation over here. America's like a third world country now.
It basically is, man.
It's, what I'm saying? Like, you had plenty of YouTube videos that come out from people from other countries and people in well-to-do communities in America saying that, look, if you go through certain neighborhoods in America, primarily you so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native American Indians, it looks like a third world country.
Mm-hmm.
And it does. The roads are not fixed properly. The people are bugged out of their minds. You go into those communities, man. Jake is all about the money, 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 but he's not about the money, money, money.
But then too, it's not just Jake neighborhoods. You got a lot of homeless people, especially here in Atlanta, New York, L.A., where they got the Black Death Plague.
You got
tent cities.
Tent cities.
It's you so-called white people, man, because you're at the end of your rulership, man.
Detroit.
Yeah, Detroit. Here it is. You supposed to be driving around Ferraris and Maybachs. You got niggas that's driving around who are 3/5 of a man that's driving around eating good. But you got so-called white people
and double R's.
Yeah, double R's and just finish, man. You got a scripture?
Come. This is Isaiah chapter 19, verse 19. Well, no, I'm gonna jump up to 14. The Lord hath mingled a perverse spirit in the midst thereof. And that perverse spirit is everybody's blinded.
Mm-hmm.
The wide gap between the rich and the poor, the perverseness that the government is spewing out, debt among the poor and bail out the rich. It says, and they have caused Egypt to err in every work thereof. And Egypt means the land of business, the land of bondage.
Mm-hmm.
Egypt is the land of bondage, the land of the strongholds, just like the time of Pharaoh, where our ancestors once served to build the pyramids up in. They sent the taskmasters out to put on us more rigorous work, and that's what they do out here. We sow much but bring in little, and it says right here, as a drunken man stagger in his vomit. So Trump talking about making America great again. That's a drunken stagger in his vomit.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
because there ain't no way you can make America great again. Plus, displaced infrastructure, everything, the moral values, and even on a global scale, other nations don't respect the head of this nation. So that goes to show you that America is slipping in its vomit, because how the hell you can say, well, we're giving out $5 million to a lotto ticket winner, but you ain't helping out the infrastructure to promote health into the society? That's perverse. That's wickedness.
Well, through the spirit, we know that these lotto people that win the lotto, they're already set up, man. It's not just some random Joe Blow in Cordell, Georgia that wins the lotto, man. These people are already set up to win the lotto, man. That's why
it's just a mass you keep you Jake out there, or keep you people out there with a blind set mind to go and pay for the damn lotto tickets.
Exactly. Yeah, that's why people go pay all these millions of dollars of tickets. Oh man, they got the $550 billion jumbo ticket.
Right.
And they get you dummies to pay for this shit, man.
Right.
Meanwhile, it's already set up, just like it's set up for these athletes to succeed in the NBA. It's set up for these people to win the lottery, man, and to give you an illusion. Because that's what America is, man. A perverse spirit, like the brother mentioned it in the scripture, man.
Right.
All right, I'm going to go to Jared on my...
I'm gonna do
you got some more?
Yeah. Verse 15, neither shall there be any work for Egypt, which the head or tail, branch or rush may do. That's why these CEOs create businesses overseas, because it's cheaper, and leaving or uprooting their companies that they had over here, like the bailout in Detroit.
Yeah.
All those car companies, truck manufacturing companies, they left Detroit and left Detroit desolate. That's how it is right now. Because ain't no more work over here for the rich to profit off of, because they'll go broke, or they would end up in it's not profit for them the point of it. So, ain't no work for them. Also, it ain't no work for us, because they're carrying that work elsewhere.
Yeah, just how like you got like these what I'm gonna say these they have these offshore customer service companies, man, and you call for some type of customer service, a bunch of Elamites on the phone, man.
Right.
All right.
And they don't understand the liquid language, yo.
Yeah. Like how Donald Trump when he first came to office, he got rid of the the TPP trade. You know what I'm saying? He got rid of that trade, and it affected America, man. A lot of these trades that Donald Trump, who's trying to make America great again, is affecting the United States. Meanwhile, you Americans, which America doesn't produce any goddamn thing, is severely affected, man. So we're here to tell you that America is going down the drain, and it's eventually going to be destroyed, man. So this is Jeremiah 28:8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against great kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence. And that's what we are to tell you, to give you these articles and filter them out to the spirit. And the topic we on is the famine, man, because when the United States can afford, when the United States can't afford and hyperinflation comes and these other countries are trading with gold and other standards, how these countries are slowly but surely jump into the Russian ruble, okay, backed by the gold standard, because the United States dollar, which a lot of American assholes don't fail to realize that the gold standard was taken off from the 1930s and eventually during 1970, during the Nixon era, it was taken off the gold standard. So this money is based off your belief. That's what you dumb assholes in America don't fail to realize. The American dollar is not backed by anything, but then they create nations like the BRIC nations, which is Brazil, Russia, India, China, and South Africa. They're using currency that's backed by gold, man. And then you're going to see the same thing happen in the United States as it happened in Venezuela, man, hyperinflation. So all these rappers and all these niggas that be glorifying money, they got the money phone, they got the money phone. They're going to be using that to keep their ass warm when all hell breaks loose, man, because that shit is going to be null and void, man.
Right.
You got something?
Okay. This is 2 Ezra chapter 15, verse 11. But I will bring, verse 10. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I would not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt. Mm-hmm. Jacob, he led to the slaughter during martial law time, when World War III is at its climax, when they're about to shoot the missiles. But also, too, the elect is going to be led to the slaughter, too, getting beheaded. Mm-hmm. But the Lord is going to raise us up out of that. That's why the Lord's coming back right now. That's why this truth is being spread out, broadcasting throughout the four corners of the earth via internet. But I would bring slacking. Behold, my people is led as a flock to the slaughter. I would not suffer them now to dwell in the land of Egypt, which is now. Mm-hmm. The Lord ain't gonna suffer us no longer to be. It's time to be prolonged even further than He already has planned. Mm-hmm. And it says, but I will bring them with a mighty hand and a stretched out arm and smite Egypt with plagues as before and will destroy all the land thereof. And it is. Man, Egypt, the land of America, which is spiritually Egypt, is being brought down by the plagues of the Heavenly Father, whether y'all know it or not. Damn it, everybody over here has cancer. Yeah. Everybody don't have a long life to live here. Mm-hmm. Even the children are being bombarded with cancer, technology, like 5G. Even the 4G, cell phone towers. Yeah. A lot of students are getting brain tumors, cancers, and all that stuff, man. That's what the Lord said He was going to bring. Verse 12. Yeah,
like I was saying, like I was watching the World Series before we started this lesson, and they keep bombarding you with commercials, not articles, but commercials about 5G technology, and they paint that facade that, oh, this is going to help you to download a video quicker and to get internet access quicker. No, it's to kill you, man. Right. Especially when they bring that chip, man. Because best believe when the famine comes, man, all right, and there's no food or resources, man, people are going to put themselves in the line to get that RFID microchip, which is the mark of the beast, man.
Yeah, because that's how they always do. The elite, the banking family, those who finance this country to keep going, because the dollar is weak. It's not the dollar that's keeping this nation up. It's the powers that be. They they already they already see the future. They already are setting the stage up. So this 5G is setting up for the mark of the beast technology.
Yeah.
But once that's all in place, bam, that's it. Just like they did in World War One. Everybody, for you audience that's watching, see, research how they started, how World War One started, how World War Two started,
Yeah.
how World War Three is going to be started too after those wars. It'll blow your mind, man. The elite are running the show.
That's right.
Verse 12: Egypt shall mourn, and the foundations of it shall be smitten with the plague and the punishment that Yahweh shall bring upon it.
Mm-hmm.
And the Most High is doing it. They that till the ground shall mourn, for their seed shall fail through the blasting and hail, and with a fearful constellation. Yeah, these chemtrails, all these poisonous things that Esau is mingling with the food. You got mixed seed, GMO crops. A lot of these things are part of the Lord's anger in these last days.
Mm-hmm.
So it will behoove you, or it will be dawned upon you that we are in the last days because all of these events have happened.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you might as well go on, man. Verse 14.
Okay, come. Woe to the world and them that dwell therein.
Mm-hmm.
It is. And it's another woe.
Mm-hmm.
World War III.
Yeah.
World War III. Because woe, the word woe only means destruction.
Mm-hmm.
Depressed times. And we're living in these times. It says, for the sword and their destruction draw nigh, and which the word nigh means near. For their sword and their destruction draw nigh, and one people should stand up to fight against another, and swords in their hands. You seeing that internationally, Hong Kong, where else? It's plenty other places, man. I want to say it was Paris earlier.
Like in Barcelona, man.
Barcelona, yeah.
You got a lot of those people in Barcelona who are really Israelites, and they're tired of that Edomite rulership down there in Madrid, man. Because basically, that's why you see protests going on in Barcelona, man. Because these people, which a lot of Israelites, they call themselves Catalonians. They're tired of Esau's rulership, and that's what you see going on in Lebanon. That's what you see going on in Ecuador. That's what you see going on in different parts of the world. France, Venezuela. They're tired of the white man's rulership, man.
Yeah.
They're getting tired of this so-called democracy. Meanwhile, you idiots here in America are still putting your hand over your heart and singing "God Bless America."
Yeah, because the damn fear ain't touched them
yet. Yeah. I mean, as long as everything's okay here, you know, you look at the 11 o'clock news, you see people getting killed, and long as it's not in my neighborhood. Killed
left and right.
Yeah. The women get killed every day. All right. Look, we got the TV on that says young mother killed in a car crash. You people are dying every day.
Right.
And it doesn't affect you until it hits your neighborhood and your street.
Or yourselves.
Yeah, yourself.
Hey, that goes to show you how numb skull these people are, man.
Mm-hmm.
Damn woman pushing a stroller across the street, and the damn truck hit the woman and the damn school bus.
Where's the man at? That goes to show you women do not have any wisdom when it comes to carrying yourself. You need a man. By herself.
And then too, where the hell was the mind of the driver that did that? Mm-hmm. See, these people, y'all people be so goddamn passive and so numbskull out here being in a proud state mind, thinking that you all that. And you know what I'm saying? Because we men of the Lord, we go out to every day handling our responsibility, but I mean, we know that everything is controlled by Yahweh Shai. Mm-hmm. And at the same time, you people are just carried away with every damn spirit.
But it's that social media, because you had the bishop Ratazar from our camp did a lesson on that nigger woman who was twerking in the middle of a riots in Barcelona.
Right.
And it's this
whole wearing thongs and all that.
Thongs, man, as if she can't get God out there. You got.
And that's the playful mind that these people have.
Yeah.
They thinking that, I'm not going to be touched.
Yeah.
I don't think that way, or I'm not in those situations. Man, you women gonna be doing it just like the Purge, the first Purge, the movie that came after the other Purge. You women gonna be partying and bullshitting, and all of a sudden you're gonna get stabbed up, you're gonna get raped, you're gonna get shot down. You know, you're gonna eat your own children. You yourselves, y'all gonna commit suicide. Y'all damn near do that in a time of liberal or the time of peace.
We got the TV on that says vigil for teenager who took her own life.
She took that's the spirit.
That's how Jake is doing it nowadays, man. Because Jake is miserable and depressed. Here it is, we're giving you these living waters, but now you Jakes are taking your own selves out, man.
And I see how y'all take yourselves out because the Lord has caused what? A perverse spirit.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah.
And you in your young age, your young teenage years, what the hell you know about suicide?
Yeah. Yeah.
But that's that damn spirit of Esau pouring out here, man. And the Lord is letting that the wicked spirit of Esau is praying over you. Is he letting that, allowing that to get you?
Another one, a Georgia Southern football player, death ruled by suicide by overdose. So Jake is catching hell, man. You know,
and that's kind of not. It's really not fitting to say Jake commits suicide. Yeah. We done been through slavery. We done been through hell and back, and all of a sudden, Jake is losing it.
At one point, you could believe it could be Esau, but then
it could be Esau.
Jake is in that whole extentation spirit where they just want to kill themselves and they feeling sorry for themselves because it's this fucking internet, man. It's this fucking social media, and as the deacon Abba Baja brought out, these people in this woe is me, I'm depressed spirit on the internet. So it's carrying along to where it could be. We can't always blame Esau for it. Jake is out here doing the most.
Jake reaping what they sow too.
Yeah. I got something right quick. Ecclesiastes 8:11, because sentence against an evil work is not executed speedily. Therefore the heart of the sons of men is fully set in them to do evil. Verse 12, though a sinner do evil 100 times, and his days be prolonged, yet surely I know that it shall be well with him that fear the Lord, which fear before him. Verse 13, but it shall not be well with the wicked, neither shall he prolong his days, which are as a shadow, because he feareth not before the Most High. So a lot of people who are on these social media platforms, they don't, like the captain said, they don't think they can get touched. Oh, I'm over here, I'm 500 miles away. As long as they don't affect me, I'm good. I can put a little emoji up. I can LOL. But when shit hits the fan, man, when this internet gets shut down, a lot of you people are going to be like these people on these 11 o'clock news.
Right.
You're going to commit suicide because you don't have that platform like you used to. And then when the food runs dry, as we mentioned in this article, man, then you're going to see real life situations where you're going to have to rely on a power source, because a lot of people say they're independent, but we all depend on something, man.
Right.
And our power source is Yahweh Shema Shai. But a lot of our people don't even know the name, but if they do know the name, they've been mocking the name for so long that the Lord is not going to hear their prayers when the famine and death and plague happens, man.
And it's happening right now, man. Time of Jacob's trouble is happening right now. Every time I go outside, always the atmosphere is not how it used to be.
Hell no.
It's cold. It's wicked. I even hear people conversations sometimes, which I don't try to be indulging in it. But I just all of a sudden hear that it's cold out here, man. You know, these people, man, it's cold out here. Some people just come talk to me. You know, I'll be on the job. Man, it's cold out here, man. And the scripture always pop in my head. The love of many shall wax cold.
Well, they got something new. It says police believe body found in dumpster is that of a missing 3-year-old Camille McKinney. That's cold as hell, man.
That's cold.
You leaving Jake children in a goddamn dumpster, man.
See, like what was your motive, man?
Right.
And then you got this one Jake in Arkansas killed these two Jake children, sawed their head off in front of their mother because he wanted some money and he couldn't take it from her, so he killed the two children.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? It's like Jake is that weak. Jake is that bugged out. Then you got Esau promoting rappers and certain Jakes that have money as if life is all goddamn good.
Yeah. That's why the scriptures say wisdom and knowledge should be the stability of that time.
Right.
And we're witnessing that right now, man. We know this shit is going to hit the fan. We know famine is going to come. We know death is going to come. We know that people killing themselves is going to come. We're already prepared for that. We're already prepared for the persecution. So you people out here who scoff and mock and say we got dresses on and we're disgruntled and angry. Okay, well when the shit hits the fan, we'll see who's disgruntled and angry, man.
Yeah. Because, I mean, it ain't going to be a time like the famine of the word is here, man. It's just a process of time.
Yeah.
Everything was, years ago. It wasn't said that, oh man, video. No, the apostles did prophesy that videos is going to be taken off the internet. So you people, you Jake out there, man, y'all in for a rude awakening.
Yeah. You got something?
This 2 Ezra chapter 14, verse 14. Let go from thee mortal thoughts.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I'm going to read from 13. Now, therefore, set thy house in order and reprove thy people. And that's what we're doing. So, start from the apostles and the elders on down. We're trying to get our house in order, man, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Shah, so we won't be judged like Jake be getting judged or these other damn. But really, Jake be getting judged like him, man. Because the Lord said he's our power. And he will deliver us if we depend on him.
Mm-hmm.
And it says, now therefore set thy house in order and reprove thy people. Comfort such of them as be in trouble and now renounce corruption. And that's what we're doing. Jake come across this video. He out there catching hell. We see it, man. Lord see it. He see it to the point that he stretched out his arm for you to see this video.
Yeah.
And then you see the video and then your heart be comforted because you're not going through life in vain.
Mm-hmm.
So the Most High set up prophets comfort to comfort you with words, men of the Lord. And it says, let go from thee mortal thoughts. Cast away the burdens of man, put off now the weak nature. I read an article about Jake masturbating 56 times and he caught a heart attack. He died. Young Jake. I think he was 20 years old.
Yeah.
The man died. And with that type of you that young, you can't get no boss on you.
That's how it is.
That's how Jake is committing suicide. Yeah, they can't get
these women are proud as hell.
These women are proud.
Yeah, they took in the role of the man and the man of the woman, man. So everything is out of order, like it says in Psalms 82 and 5, man.
Yes.
Everything is
a woman should pass a man.
Yeah.
That's how a woman's supposed to be. Woman's supposed to be like, I'm desiring my husband up to this point. Nah, you got Jake out here doing it.
You got women who should be seeking a man, but you got women who want to be the man, or if not, they want to be seeking another woman who looks like a fucking man. Right. That's the times that we live in there, man.
And is that not the last signs of the last days?
Yeah.
Y'all, this man. It says, let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of man. Job issues.
Right.
Read Matthew chapter 6. The Lord spoke about that.
Yeah, I'm saying that too, man. We can't be all worried about this fucking job shit, because that scripture that the brother opened with in Isaiah 19, it talks about there'll be no more work in Egypt, man.
Right.
So we're gonna come to a time where we might be on the run, man. We ain't always gonna be sitting here on the couch, kicking it, talking, and then we just crank up a lesson. We might be on the run, man. We might be in the wilderness. We might be in some $300,000 house where we're protected and safe that the Lord got us into, man. We come into times
people, you got preppers, and they prepping food. They think they gonna live and eat that food, but it's really prep for the elect.
Yeah. Got some more.
Yeah, and it says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen shall be done hereafter. Slightly.
Yeah.
I skipped the verse. Let go from thee mortal thoughts, cast away the burdens of men, put off now the weak nature. So we got to put off that. We putting off the weak nature right now by declaring this truth to you. If not, then we would have been in the weak nature, just watch rap videos, do whatever that's not pertaining to the truth.
Yeah.
And it says, and set aside the thoughts that are most heavy unto thee, and hasty to flee from these times, because we in the flesh, we want to enjoy this life, man. We don't want to go through this life thinking like, damn, it's a doom's end coming, you know, and the stuff that we know, we don't want to. We didn't groom ourselves to know this. The Most High did it, like He said in Jeremiah chapter 1. He said, "I knew you from the womb." So the catastrophes or whatever experiment and walk of life that a brother had been through, it's the Lord set that up for us or Him to just walk through and find Him, find the Lord, because the Lord, He ain't make it comfortable for His elect saints in this world. That's how we can seek the Most High, which is the comfort or the Comforter, the Holy Spirit. Because if not, then we would have been casted into the lake of fire.
People like Sodom and Gomorrah, like it says in Isaiah the 1st chapter.
Yep. And our generation will never go on and on. That's what Esau's trying to do. Esau's trying to wipe out the Jake man, Israelite man.
Yeah.
The so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native American Indians. He boosts you up now because you building up his damn society, his kingdom. But really, he want to do away with us. That's why Jake, even on the celebrity status, you can never get a damn break. You got all your business exploiting you in the damn public. It's a damn shame, man. You that wealthy and you can't have enough privacy for your shame not to be spewed out. Wickedness, man. And it says, for yet greater evils than those which thou hast seen happen should be done hereafter. The brother Prophet Thumb in Columbus, Georgia. The brother, he's a part of the Atlanta GMS camp, but he stays out in Columbus. He's the elder out there in Columbus, Georgia. He said the police was about to do him the same way as the police did to Amber Guyger. Like these police officers, these SWAT teams, they are military rise now. They're not police no more. They're not the good cop like Andy and Griffin.
Yeah, they're not the cop that's going to sit here and play basketball with you.
Look, on TV. Yeah, on TV.
Yeah,
they in a military style uniform. As a matter of fact, Apostle Gabar brought out the video by Lyndon Johnson about how America is under siege and how the military is starting to dress into a military fashion like the Army, U.S. Army is.
Well, yeah, the Department of Defense has enacted Marines to hit the U.S. soil, man. So you're going to see more of that. Like we just saw that news clip. It says big scare in NYC, the big scare in New York City, man. So more and more of this stuff is going to amp up, whether it's real or fake. More and more is going to amp up to where it's going to be a police state. You can't even walk through Kroger or Walmart without seeing a heavy police presence. And you see, and I'm going to keep you with this. You already see that in the so-called black community. You go around here, like we live in Atlanta in a heavily Jake neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? And you see cops at Kroger, you see cops at Target,
you see them at the corner, Walmart,
the church. You see them everywhere. They just start, man.
But I go out through Alpharetta, and you don't see no damn cops hanging out like that.
Well, it's about to. It's about to for you so-called white people.
Yeah, because I ain't gonna lie, a lot of these damn Edomites, they getting their house ran in.
Yeah,
there's one Edomite, he got his house ran in while he was taking a shower. Yeah, he ain't do nothing.
Yeah, I mean, a lot of you Edomites, man, we know on the low, you sell dope, or you supplying the block with fentanyl and opioids, meth. Okay, large amounts of marijuana and pills. You still got ecstasy pills out here, man. So, like we said, we started earlier, man. Deuteronomy 30:7. These plagues are starting to hit you, so-called white people. And then the article that we just read, a lot of these so-called Americans, especially where we live at, like Alpharetta, Johns Creek. What's another city, man, where crackers live at? Alpharetta, Johns Creek,
Forsyth.
That's a real racist area.
Yeah, Forsyth. Yeah.
Man, if you're a Jake, man, don't stay in fucking Forsyth County, man.
Yeah, Issachar stay up there, but Issachar.
That's just an FYI.
He can blend.
Yeah,
but they still salt him out.
Issachar simple as hell, but basically, you want to stay. These curses are coming upon the so-called white people, and then you're gonna start to see these scriptures fulfilled, where all these Americans, whether they be Jakes or Edomites or other nations, they're gonna start to get affected, man. So it's basically we're just giving a warning, man. We're giving you a warning that the RFID chip is the mark of the beast. Famine is coming, mass death is coming.
Yeah, famine of the word and famine of food, which famine of the food is already
here. Yeah. So I mean, it ain't gonna be a time where basketball season just opened up. Today was the Clippers versus the Lakers. Then you had the World Series. Then you got Week 8, the NFL.
That shit is getting tiring, man.
Yeah.
It's like, remember Hurricane Katrina? Why in the hell 3 football games from the event of Hurricane Katrina was people in the uproar or saying what was about to go on? Why did they prepare? None of that shit. 9/11. You had good news in New York. News anchor saying, "Oh, it's a beautiful day in New York." Blah 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 blah.
Yeah, boom.
Being boom.
Twin Towers.
On so-called normal day. So it's like, what the hell is going on behind the scenes? What is the main media programming to you people that makes you people don't research? A lot of people don't research because we see it throughout the public.
Yeah, the scriptures say, "Watch as well as pray," and the only people that's watching and praying is the servants of the Lord, the hopeful elect, man. Meanwhile, like I said, people getting ready for Halloween.
Halloween parties.
Yeah, man. I seen this shit at work, man. Not to cut you off, but they had an announcement. This goes to show how wicked these people are, man. They had a sign at work that said Halloween party, but it was designed in the form of a fucking Ouija board, man. It looked like a fucking Ouija board, but they had the number saying Halloween party on October 24th.
Especially you fucking Jakes, man. Yeah. You Jake women, man. I be seeing it at my job, man. Damn administrative positions. And they got fucking Halloween signs on blood stains of a body skeleton. Yeah. And it's like, yo, Jake go all out, man. Yeah, the scriptures say spirits are created for vengeance. So don't be surprised if Pennywise the clown from It gets your ass. Jason, Chucky. A lot of niggas like to ride around the city with Chucky masks on the hood on their car, like where they got the mirror at the rear view mirror. Yeah. A lot of these movies that you niggas glorify. Don't be surprised if Yahweh Shemel Shah puts these spirits to life, because the most apparitions. And you had this football player from the New York Jets named Sam Darnold. He said he saw ghosts. Okay, so this shit is real, man. It is real. So Most High is not in the box. Hey, we in a time where judgment is happening, man, and the Most High is not playing. That's what we're saying. We out here to warn you with these videos while we still out here, because Esau's taking down these videos. But once some videos going, man, ain't gonna be no more goddamn warnings, man. Right. You on your own. Another word, yep. That thirst in your spirit is not gonna be quenched. And the Most High is gonna expose that side. He ain't exposed that side yet of your spirit actually crying out. Because the Lord said, my people shall be willing in the day of thy power. Yo, that shit Kanye West doing, them Sunday, musical Sundays, and all that thinking, man, Kanye West going out of his mind. Not this nigga saying rap music is demonic. Nigga, you was talking about all that bullshit. He's convicted in his spirit. Yeah, you can't tell me nothing buying big chains and buying Jesus chains and doing what you want to do. He was well off. Yeah. He wanted to be more well off. Now all of a sudden it's demonic. Nigga, please, man. Right. So you got anything to close out on, man? Oh, come on. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7, because Esau, you ain't getting away with this, man. And you other nations. Because our people been through hell and back, man. Even though some of it was off their own deeds, because we should pay for our iniquity. That's why hopefully that is suffering for the punishment. Because the Lord said, if my people will confess to their sins and accept their punishment, then will I heal their land, so to speak. This is Deuteronomy chapter 30, verse 7. And the Lord thy power will put all these curses upon thy enemies, and on them that hate thee, which persecuted thee. Yeah, so the Lord is doing it to you Edomites and you heathen nations. You know, the main thing in these articles, one highlight things in these articles, these news articles nowadays, is middle-aged white men committing suicide. You damn bankers, because they said the reason why the middle-aged Edomites are committing suicide because they see their life as meaningless. It's not worth anything. Yeah, we just watching a video of an Edomite getting tased by another Edomite. Right. Hey, Egyptians should go against the Egyptians. Yeah. Isaiah chapter 19. So you Edomites, y'all gonna be you gonna have the curses just like us, the so-called Negroes, Latinos, Native Americans. You go out here now, you see Jake fighting against Jake. Well, now it's gonna be you Edomites fighting against Edomites.
That's beautiful, man. Because we had the time in the end, man.
We had the time, yeah. And the Lord, he don't punish his own. How much are you people that are not his people?
Right. Hey, man.
I don't
you got any more?
Yeah, that's it.
Hey, man. So we just gonna close out, man. You know, we hit a bunch of topics, man. But hey, man, we ain't gonna be out here no more. Just sit on the couch, point out videos, and be on the highways and byways, man.
Right.
We're in a very serious time of judgment, man. Where the Most High, the God of the Bible, is not playing games, man. So, hey, man, it like it says in Romans 13:11, it's a high time to wake up.
High time to wake up out of sleep.
Yeah,
13 and 11. Yeah.
Go get out of that hypnosis state that the so-called white man got you in. Fuck,
because it is a stronghold. We're not down that, Jake. It is a stronghold.
It is a stronghold.
And I mean, we fight against not only Esau through the flesh, because the Lord said warfare is not carnal but spiritual. We fight against spiritual beings. We fight against spiritual wickedness in high places, man.
Yeah, and if I gotta say, man,
and ourselves.
Yeah, you gotta pay attention to these cities, man, because in your local city, they put out this demonic energy from skyscrapers, and it transmits to different statues in the city, and then it just hits people. That's why you see people bugged out, man. So
right, even the days of the week, Friday goes into the freak of God.
Yep.
You know, it's nothing freaked out here in Atlanta every weekend.
Yeah.
Disc jockeys, they always spread out through the radio. You know, from the Esau agenda, that freakish demonic wave. Oh, you just got paid. They know they know Jake. They know us, man.
They know Jake broke.
Right. And Jake's just looking for a good time. But now it's not a good time because the perverse spirit is in the midst because the Lord is angry. And it's also a time of our salvation.
Right.
So you got
Hey, man, so with that, we're going to close out and give all praises to the Heavenly Father and His only begotten Son.
Yahweh, Ba'Shem, Yahushua, Ba'Shem, Kakadash.
Double honor to the apostles and elders, a great millstone, the true leaders of Israel who are ruling us and ruling well. And peace, love, and salutation to all you Akim that's pushing this truth and our truth sincerity. With that, we want to say shalom in the Bible.
Shalom.